April, and we need to find out what is happening musically in this town over the weekend, and that's why we call on the services of one Chad Taylor from band Bombshell, because he's the know-all and brains behind the music scene.
Well, now you're just getting silly.
He wants free tickets to something.
How you doing, guys?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Good. So lots of things going on, I hope.
Not as much. Last week was busy. We had all the festival announcements and everything was released. So it was a lot of big news. This week's kind of a slowdown. Everyone's kind of collecting their breath a little bit. The Iowa State Fair did announce their last 3 grandstand acts for this coming fair season.
It is a festival.
It is a festival. So they're it's gonna be Yes, Toto, and the Fray are the last 3. They'll fill the last actual 2 spots. Yes and Toto are gonna play together on the 18th of August, and the Fray will be on the 21st. Tickets for both of those shows are going to be $35. You can get them at the State Fair website. And so, that rounds out your grandstand now. They've probably still got a couple free stage acts to announce, which we'll bring those out as they announce them. Good. But the grandstand is set. That's it now.
Yeah, they're still teasing us with like openers, like the opener for Carrie Underwood and stuff. They're like, we'll let you know and things like that. But everything goes on sale 10 a.m. this Saturday.
Exactly. And the openers, I mean, not to knock them, but I mean,
are you gonna go see an opener, or are you gonna go see the main act?
Well, we were discussing it last night, so it got some of us talking at least. It's like usually a person like Carrie Underwood either helps an up-and-coming artist or even helps out a local band. So who knows? Maybe a local band will be opening for Carrie Underwood. That's kind of a big deal.
It's a possibility. Local openers are really rare for a show that size. I'd love to see it, but as far as up and coming bands, I mean, it's one of those things where if you see an opener, it's nice to be able to say, 3 years from now, I'll be able to say, oh, I saw so and so at the fair before they hit it big.
Right.
But I mean, as far as the size of the announcement now, Taylor Swift isn't opening for anybody. So it's the big announcements are pretty much done at this point.
Yeah, the opener is the guy with the key opening the gate. Yeah, that's her opener.
That's her opener, exactly. That's this guy sweeping off the stage. Gross Domestic Product, speaking of festivals and events, is happening next weekend. We'll talk a little more about this next week as we get closer. But on Band Bombshell, we've been doing what we call band hype. So every day for these last 2 weeks, we've been profiling a different band, kind of introducing you to who's playing, what they do, what they sound like, that sort of stuff. There's links up there with videos, links to their Bandcamp pages, so you can hear the music. Yeah. So you can kind of get acquainted with each band before you actually go to the show. And then next week, like I said, next weekend is the actual event taking place at three venues downtown, or in the East Village. It's going to be Woolies, the Beechwood Lounge, and Streetcar 209, which is the former House of Bricks. Right. There's also going to be what they call pop-up shows, which will be small acoustic shows happening in local businesses downtown. Now explain
that to somebody who's saying, what do you mean, small acoustic shows?
It'll actually be usually a pared-down version of the act. So usually either just one person or else one person with a guitarist. They'll go into a local business, set up. Usually the place will have like a place for them in the corner or something, which is a little amp, no stage, no lights, and they'll just go ahead and get up there and play about a 5-minute set, 2-3 songs, just an acoustic guitar, and then they'll say, all right, thanks, and they'll go ahead and leave.
Like a flash concert.
Exactly right. So they'll be doing that at, I believe, a half dozen different local businesses.
That's pretty neat.
And we'll have that full list next week too, as far as times and locations. A couple of shows to talk about coming up this week locally. One is an EP release party for a hip hop group called Pretty Girl Hate Machine.
Have we had Pretty Girl Hate Machine on? That name rings a bell.
It's one of those. Toby Diligent is the front man for that, and he had an album that came out last year. It was last year or 2 years ago. I forget now. But this is Pretty Girl's first EP as a group. So they're going to be playing down at I believe that's Vaudeville Muse. Show starts at 5:45. Excuse me. That's Friday. $7 at the door. They're gonna have a bunch of guest artists come in. People from Chris Adams, Gloom Balloon, Madison Rain, all the single ladies. So a nice variety of music down there, and a nice chance to kind of see some hip hop. Des Moines has a really nice hip hop scene that doesn't really have a chance to doesn't get a chance to shine that often because there aren't many venues that'll take a chance on actually playing a hip hop show. The place that was in where the Ingersoll Dinner Theater used to be had some hip hop shows, but they never really had the money and the kind of the leadership to really get rolling. So Vaudeville Muse is really about it as far as hip hop shows. They do 1, maybe 2 a month, so it's nice to get a chance to see those when they happen.
More than I thought, yeah.
Yeah. So get on and check that one out. Also over at Gas Lamp this weekend, Saturday, is Paranderos Latin Combo.
Yes.
Yeah, we know those guys. Yep.
Very good.
Always a lot of fun. 7 p.m. for that, $5 at the door. Be sure and bring your dancing shoes because they're a lot of fun. They're a high-energy act. They're a good time.
And yeah, very fun.
So that's all I got for you this week. It's kind of a quiet week.
That is cool.
It's pretty good, though.
All right, so question on hand is, are you attempting to become the 4th member of ZZ Top by growing the beard a little longer? I've noticed that here.
You know, I do this, and normally what I'll do is I stop shaving around the end of October, and then just over the wintertime I just go let it go.
Is there any special occasion when you trim it down or shave it clean?
Usually my goal is like first day of spring is when I go ahead and get rid of it. But my wife likes it.
Oh, that's the most important.
I couldn't have one of those sweaters on in the summer.
I'm getting used to having it. This is, I don't know, so it's...
Yeah. All right, just had to ask. That's good, though. But it looks good on you, I'm telling you. Well, good. Thank you, sir. Great job as always, man. Be good. We'll see you next week. It is 7:29. You're watching